from the KATC Weatherland. Here's Rob's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, it was back to sunshine, full sun out there, and temperatures in the upper 90s this afternoon, but at least a nice north breeze. As we showed you earlier, the dew points down in the 50s, so feeling comfortable. And once that sun gets low in the sky, it's going to be a very pleasant evening. And by tomorrow morning, most of Acadiana in the mid to upper 60s. Will probably do about 70, 71 in Lafayette. So let's take a look at the big picture here as we look at not only Tropical Storm Idalia moving out of the way and the upper level low with it, but we have this other upper low, this upper level trough that helped push this storm over toward Florida and then up the east coast. Well, this upper low, a lot of dry air with it right now, but that's going to change. It's going to get cut off from the circulation. It's going to meander around for a day or two and then drift westward, and then eventually it's going to tap into some Gulf moisture and bring the chance of showers and thunderstorms to the area latter part of the holiday weekend, especially Sunday and most certainly as we head into Monday, Labor Day, and might last into Tuesday of next week. Now, we're not looking at big soaking rains, but any rains are better than zero rains. That's pretty much what we had up until the last couple of days across Acadiana going back through July. So fair skies close to home. Again, you can see the storm here and the isobars and the heavy precipitation. So let's back it up and look at about 18 hours worth of radar data. And we were fortunate with this storm, even though Idalia made landfall as a Category 4 storm with 130-mile-per-hour winds. It was going through a rapid intensification cycle, but it was moving fast at 18 miles an hour, so that helped to limit some of the surge. It's limited a lot of the rainfall and mitigated some of the wind damage. And notice as we look at as it made landfall, was really heavy on the western, northwestern side as the models predicted. Again, the eye being south of where that heavy convection was. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Hurricane Lily, where we just had a partial eye wall and that did all the damage. And don't believe me, you're going to see more damage pictures and videos to come. So the center of the circulation here, just to the north and west of Savannah, still heavy rainfall, tornado watches. We had a couple of tornado warnings. There's one right there just northeast of Myrtle Beach as you get into North Carolina. So some heavy rainfall here, but this system moving quickly and should move out to sea later on tonight. Meanwhile, close to home, all is quiet on the Doppler radar, so we'll take a look at the infrared satellite imagery. And can't forget Hurricane Franklin still out here with 105-mile-per-hour winds skirting around Bermuda, but Bermuda getting some tropical rain bands, tropical storm conditions, but the worst of this bypassing the island for the most part, but pretty high storm surge, big waves battering the island there. And then close to home, we see we're in good shape with north winds following our tropical storm that is now really hitting South Carolina pretty hard and portions of North Carolina as well. Here's the center of circulation, actually still in southeastern Georgia, 70-mile-per-hour winds, moving to the northeast now at 21. Keep these suckers moving. The slower they move, the more damage they do, the more rainfall they put down, and more battering the storm surge is. And still storm surge issues along the coast. And here's the forecast track. And oh, look at this. It goes right through Bermuda, 50-mile-per-hour wind. So Bermuda's going to have to watch this system. We think it's going to be a meandering tropical storm out in the Atlantic, maybe beyond a week. No threat to coming back into the Gulf of Mexico, nor do I see any threats to the Gulf through the second week of September. So that is the good news. The bad news, we have plenty of hot weather ahead, but tonight it's going to feel great. Lower 70s tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, a north to northeast wind, temperatures topping out in the upper 90s. So tonight's lows, set the DVR right now, 66 Opelousas, Ville Platte. It's going to feel good in the morning. And then along the I-10 corridor, upper 60s, we'll go 70 in Lafayette with the heat island effect. You get the same effect, Lake Charles also by the water here as well. Upper 60s to near 70, coastal parishes as well. So get up early tomorrow morning to feel that coolness, because it will fade away with time as we head into the weekend. Highs tomorrow in the mid-90s for northern portions of Acadiana. Hotter as you go farther to the south. We'll go 96 to 98, and about the same down along the coastal parishes as well. Can't rule out 100 degrees tomorrow and the day after. Can't rule out that we might have hit it today as well. Tonight, also the big story, the big full supermoon. It's a blue moon this one around because it's the second full moon of the month. Of course, this is not to size, obviously, but it's going to be the brightest supermoon of the year. So get out out and enjoy that. It'll be rising right around 7:30, 8 o'clock tonight. It'll be high enough in the sky by 8 that it'll really look good out there. 98 the projected high tomorrow. Lots of sunshine, a breeze out of the northeast, but not as breezy as today. And then as we move into tomorrow, we'll go upper 90s for Friday as well. Mid-90s this weekend with scattered showers and a few thunderstorms coming in later this weekend, Labor Day and Tuesday. And then we dry up again, and then the heat increases again toward the end of next week. Can't shake those 100-degree temperatures quite yet. That's it for weather. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.